Thousand Words podcast. Join us as we discuss the antics of pro athletes, sports politics, and everything in between. No sport nor athlete is off limits. Now, get you a pitcher of wine and enjoy the show. Here are your hosts, Lene and Linnell Fletcher, aka the Fletcher Twins. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words podcast. It's your girl Nelly Nell.
And this your girl Nay. What it do, boo?
That's right. And I am sipping on some Moscato today. I just got a new bottle delivered. What are you drinking on?
Sweet Red by Shutter Home, but I did buy some Moscato, but it's barefoot because I told you they don't sell Moscato no more. Yellowtail in Publix. I don't understand.
That's funny. Anyway, so yes, let's just talk about our weekend. I went to Florida to visit y'all. Had a great time, but it's crazy because I just read I saw an article that said this, but also in one of my company emails today, they talked about how it was over 1,500 canceled flights between Friday and Sunday. And I was like, oh my God, thank God I left Thursday and came back Monday, because that's crazy. I'm so happy Mama forced me to come on Thursday night, because I normally come on Friday or Saturday. I would have been stuck in the airport again like when Memorial Day weekend. So I'm very happy because everything without a hitch, except my flight coming back here only was delayed by 16 minutes.
That's crazy. What is wrong with these flights to and from New York? I don't understand.
Wait, but no, it's not. The one they said 1,500, like it wasn't just for New York, it was everybody over 1,500 or whatever. But no, I think the plane was just delayed taking off from wherever it was coming from, which it was coming from New York, because normally flights just go back and forth. My flight, because you could track the flight, your incoming flight, it was going to and from Palm Beach to LaGuardia.
They can't make that up en route, because I be making up time all the time.
They did, and that's also you don't fly a plane though, but that's also why they always say they're gonna make up the time, and they do, because every time they book a flight, they set it for 3 hours, and they know it takes 2.5. I don't know why they always say 3 hours, but it only takes 2.5 to get there. So they made up for it once we came here. They made up for it. So 4th of July, we went on a bike tour for Ashley New Business. What is it? Palm Beach Bike Tours, I believe it's called. Follow that on IG. And it wasn't bad at all. Like, I thought I was going to be scared because I hadn't been on a bike in years. So I thought I was going to be scared and didn't know how to ride a bike again. But it was really good and soothing. And I wasn't hurting the next day. I don't know why Mama and Tommy was like, they was going to be hurting the next day. It was just a bike.
That's where the saying comes from. It's like riding a bike, because like no matter how long you haven't ridden a bike,
you still got it.
You don't forget. But my thighs are sore, and my buttocks where I was sitting on the seat. It was torn.
I was fine. The only thing that I had trouble was while I was trying to record and steer with one hand. You can't do it, because I almost wrecked 3 times trying to record for IG, for y'all people. Okay. For content. Anyways, we also did the golf thing. It wasn't top golf. I think it was called Drive
Shack.
Okay.
Drive Shack.
That was really fun. Like, I think I told you afterwards that I would go there or Top Golf any day over bowling. Because Mama always suggests bowling, and I say yes just to go with the majority and make everybody happy, but I hate bowling. I don't like bowling at all. It's so germy. I don't like it. It's very
But
germy.
Remember, we used to go a lot with Robert down.
Yeah,
they was really good.
I don't like it because it's so germy to me, and I don't know if it's COVID that made me more like this, but you have to use balls and stick your fingers places that other people have stuck their fingers. They probably be eating, licking their fingers and stuff like that. That's nasty. And then you have to wear other people's shoes. That's nasty.
So you're a germaphobe.
When it comes to bowling, I mean, I'll go, but it's not my first choice. So if anytime I'm gonna suggest bowling now, I'm gonna suggest that Top Golf thing.
Yeah,
that was
Top
so
Golf.
much fun.
I think you would like Top Golf more.
In your own
Yeah, in your
lounge
own little
area.
section. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you would like Top Golf more because it's easier. Drive Shack was hard, even though I won the second game. It's harder than Top Golf.
I
really
loved it. I
is.
had a really good time, so I was very happy we did that. Because Mama always suggesting bowling, but no, that's gonna be what I suggest from now on. Anyway, we played t-ball, which was also fun. T-ball
And I
with the
broke a
kids.
nail.
You broke the nail. Sorry about that. And what else did we do? We of course we did the barbecue on Sunday, and which was good. But I was just talking to Mama today, and I don't remember eating
At all? You didn't get no ribs?
I think remember eating the rib, but I definitely don't remember eating yellow rice. Cause I remember filming all the food. I didn't eat any food.
Oh
I
my
definitely
God.
didn't eat the chicken because it had barbecue sauce on it. I don't like barbecue sauce. I did have some of the fried chicken that she kept bringing out, the mango salsa, but and I think I had maybe one rib, if that. I don't remember fixing me a plate.
That's
So, and I
crazy.
don't know what was going on, but I remember the down and down them sex on the beaches. I do remember that.
I'm mad we forgot to do the walk race.
Mm-hmm.
The fastest walker.
Yeah, we got to do that during Thanksgiving. And also, Mama said she do want to play that Big Brother game again on Thanksgiving, but with the adults, because that looked really fun. Everybody left. Well, me and Terrence left early Monday. And we left you and Daya there with y'all kids, and y'all got to play the Big Brother game, and it looked really fun.
It was.
So Mama said we got to play that Thanksgiving with the adults. So that was my weekend. So upcoming weekend plans, it's gonna be a chill weekend for me because I need to stop spending money to after the 10th. I spent enough money this past weekend in Florida. Okay.
This weekend, it's going to be a chill weekend. I think we're going to get in the pool Saturday because Janae's best friend is moving to Texas in 2 weeks. So
That's
she's
not
going to come
cool.
over. She's going to come over and get in the pool. But
That's
remember,
sad.
our best friend moved to Texas?
Mercedes and then came back.
Yeah. But remember, we used to write her letters?
We had our one and only sleepover was her. That's funny. Anyway, let's get into some weekly sports updates. We have a lot. Adrian Peterson and Le'Veon Bell will have a heavyweight boxing exhibition on July 30th. John Wall is signing with the LA Clippers.
Wait, sorry. We didn't mention, we saw fights. Did you see the fight?
Oh, wait, yeah, the UFC fight. Saturday night, was it?
Yeah.
And it was
but it's I already know what you I would just gonna say I already know what you're gonna say, but it's always like that.
And I don't like it. The fights leading up to the main fight were better than the main event. I hate the way that tall guy fight, and I get it. I get it. That's a defense mechanism. If you can keep them away, you can keep them at arm's length. That's great, but it's not entertaining to watch.
No,
it's not at all. So kudos to him, but I ain't like it. Anyway, Serena Williams fell to Harmony Tan in Wimbledon's first round in her first singles match since she had an injury last year. Steph Curry will host the 2002 ESPY Awards. I might watch it now. WWE signed Logan Paul to a multi-event deal. Ja Morant and the Grizzlies have agreed to a 5-year, $193 million rookie max contract extension that could be worth up to $231 million.
Wow.
Okay. And I guess this is in some celebratory way. He gave a waitress a $500 tip and called himself Black Jesus. Some people got offended that he said that, but not the religious people, the basketball people, because some people call Jordan Black Jesus. And also you're not supposed to, me neither, because we didn't watch him play, so Shannon Sharp had to tell us that. But you also know that you're not supposed to give yourself nicknames. People supposed to name you, okay? Like Randy Moss when he called himself the freak, super freak, whatever. No, we have to give you that name, sir, okay? But the video was very great when she realized who he was. First, see, I couldn't be no waitress because I would have recognized him from the get, okay? And she talking about who you play for. She didn't know he was in the NBA. And then when she realized she was like, "Who you play for?" And he said, "The Grizzlies." And she was like, "Not that team with that boy Ja." And then he was like, "That's me. That's who I." The way she, oh my God, her reaction was priceless. I loved it. I really loved it. That was nice.
Did you see his friends laughing at the table? That probably happened to them all the time.
With people that don't recognize him, yeah, but he's so well, he's really small, but I think he's tall, so that would make me like double take and be like, who is that? But yeah, he's cool. The Jazz trade Rudy Gobert to the Timberwolves. Kevin Durant requests a trade from Brooklyn. Boo, boo. Mike Greer is to become the first Black GM in NHL history. Woo! The Browns just announced that they finally traded quarterback Baker Mayfield to the Panthers for a conditional 2024 draft pick, and the Browns will pay $10.5 million of his salary, but the Panthers going to pay the West, which is I think was another like 4 point something million. So he's finally out of there. He's out of there. So good for them. And let's get into our first story. As you can see, the title is called What Men Want, because we don't know what y'all want, okay? And these two stories is about men in the sports industry and how women are to act towards a certain type of man. So the first man is Miles Bridges. He got arrested for domestic violence, right? So he's a basketball player who played for the Charlotte Hornets, but now he's playing for the Shanghai Sharks of the Chinese Basketball Association. I guess he do that during the off season, maybe. He's only 24 years old, so you know what we say, the brain isn't fully developed yet till you're 26, so keep that in mind. He turned himself into the police for felony charges of domestic violence against his wife a day after she posted images of her injuries all over her body, including a fractured nose and wrist. And he's already been released from custody. I think he got released the same day. His wife said she was choked until she went to sleep and she suffered a severe concussion. Mind you, this guy is 6'7", 225 pounds, right?
Wow.
So the pictures that would, so yes, under the pictures that was shared, she wrote a long post. I'll just read some of it. She was like, I won't allow people around him to continue to silence me and continue to lie to protect this person. It's unethical, it's immoral, it's truly sick. It hurts my heart because I've always had hope and so much love, as scary as this is for me to do, it is time I stand up for myself. I won't be silent to protect others anymore because I value myself and my kids more than anyone's image. So what was more disappointing, even though the pictures it shows, her wrist, neck, ear, everything, even though the pictures are disturbing, what was more disturbing was the video circulating of their son explaining to someone what happened. And I showed you that video today. So in the video, there's a lady asking the kid like questions, and the kid says, "Daddy choked mommy. He was in a fight together with her. I smacked him and said, 'Daddy, be nice.'" And then the lady asked where was his mom's phone, and the child said, "Daddy threw the phone out the window." And she asked him why he smacked him, and he said because he wasn't being nice. So what are your thoughts? The fact that he did all this in front of kids is baffling to me. That's what I was about to say.
That's what I was about to say. How can you do this in front of kids? Well, you think they just blind and not gonna see it and pick up on it? So now what if he grow up and think, I mean, obviously he don't think it's okay since he was hitting him saying be nice. But what if he grows up and think that it's okay and start hitting people, his girlfriend or his wife or a girl at school that he liked that say something that he didn't like? That is unbelievable what people would do in front of kids. Like, it's so crazy that they can't even shut it down or shut it off, at least till they get in another room away from the kids. I think it's disgusting and disturbing. And I hope she don't drop the charges. I really do, because that's the same. Well. That's the cycle that goes over and over and over.
I was going to ask you, you think he should have also been charged with endangering a child? And do you think she's actually going to continue with pressing charges or no?
I hope so, but I won't be surprised if she drop them. But then again, hopefully the state will pick them up. She the one who posted the pictures, so the state can pick it up. Cause I think that's what happened in Chris Brown case. I think we only dropped the charge because remember they got back together a little bit right after, and then the federal, the state picked it up. It's the same old story over and over.
Do you think, let's say
it wasn't the first time?
No, because clearly she said she won't be silent anymore. But the fact that his family knew about it, other people, why do people let this happen? Because remember, me and you discussed all the time when we were in college, and we had a close friend tell us she was in that situation where she saw a guy kicking his girlfriend and she didn't do anything about it. Like, why do people let stuff like that happen if they know it's going on? Is it because he got money and they may be on his payroll, or what? They want clout for knowing him? Like, why would somebody let somebody continue to beat up their wife, or anybody for that matter?
Yeah, that situation was crazy because it was a lot of people around and nobody did nothing. And I'm like, you stayed there? Because to me, by you staying there, you condoning it. I'd have got up and left. I'd have tried to I couldn't be around that because I would try to do something. I would probably put myself in harm's way to defend somebody else. Because obviously this person needs help. They're not gonna fight back. They're not gonna defend themselves.
Yeah, it's crazy. And do you think because let's say hypothetically she does drop the charges and the state picks it up, do you think because she dropped the charges and possibly will get back with him that he'll just get a slap on the wrist? And do you think the NBA should do anything? Because technically this is the off season. I don't know how they work with that.
I think the NBA should. I think he should be suspended coming in because I'm pretty sure they have like provisions in their contract about how they should conduct themselves, whether we're in season or not. Like I said, you represent the NBA, and this is not what the NBA represents. So there need to be some consequences and repercussions.
Remember Ray Rice, and of course they got to get back together and got married. I don't think he had any jail time. I think he was suspended from the league, and that was about it. And then he appealed the suspensions, but nobody picked him up after that, I believe. But yeah, I think because she didn't press charges, he didn't go to jail. So that was, and I don't see how a father could let her still be with that man. And her father is like, because her father's still alive. Like, how could you let your daughter go back and be with this person after you saw on video? It's one thing to hear about it, but another thing to see it. He's trash. Ray Rice and her dad is trash. So what you think they was kept arguing about? Like, because this goes back to my question: what do men want?
He threw her phone out the window. So do you think it could have been possibly something about the phone? Maybe he was trying to talk and she was on the phone not paying attention, or maybe he saw some text he didn't like, or I don't know. Did it have to do with the phone? Was she trying to call the police and he took it and threw it out? I don't know.
Or was she talking back? Like, what do y'all want? Y'all want mutes?
What I tell Joe that all the time. I say that to Joe all the time. I be like, "Oh, you want a mute?" And he'd be like, no. But like I said, Jeff said men don't want an overly opinionated woman. Which I don't even know I don't know what that means.
That means you have an opinion about everything. You won't let something go.
Well, I have an opinion about everything. So I'm supposed to not have opinions about specific things?
Because, and I think I told I don't know if I told y'all this weekend, but because of the podcast I listen to and some of the shows like Divorce Court, people be like, why you watch Divorce Court? And I always be like, hey, I watch it to learn what not to do. So it's always educational to me. So with the podcast I listen to, the Divorce Court, and then looking at marriages around me, I learn a lot. Like, I'm gonna be to me, if I ever get married, I'm gonna be very prepared.
I wasn't,
because you got married too early. So I'm gonna be very prepared. So I know that you don't have to pick every battle, like especially the unimportant ones. Like, okay, you got an opinion about everything, but you got to say it out loud to your man? Or if you do, can you say it in a jokingly way? Stuff like that. Like, I don't know what this girl was doing because violence is obviously never the answer. You know how many people I want to yell at and punch in the face at work, and I can't do it? I can't do that. So you need to learn how to use your words, sir. And especially, he got to be arrested for endangering a child because the fact that he sees this and now his son may think that that's okay is very upsetting to me. His son gonna go around hitting his girls and be like, my daddy did it. I want to be like my daddy. She picked the wrong one. Like, don't go with people because they got money, because they be having mental issues. He played for the Chinese league. Now he probably came home in a bad mood because he not paying in the NBA or not making as much money or feel like less than a man and took it out on her.
Also, people with money think, hey, they could get away with anything, and also think that they have a right to do whatever because they have money
and they pay the bills.
That's because people make them feel that way.
Yeah, if they paid it. Yeah, if I used to be like that. I mean, I ain't got his money, but I used to be like, in two of my relationships, the first two, the second and the third, because they told me the same thing, and I was like, dang, it must be true. So because I made more than the guys, I thought I can say what I want, I can do what I want, I don't have to talk, and I can talk to y'all anywhere I want, right? So both of them told me, I guess when it was over, that I talked down to them like they were kids. I never told you that before?
No.
Darshawn and Chris both said that.
I think he said about Darshawn. Okay.
Yeah, Darshawn and Chris both. And I knew it was true, and that's how, at that moment, after Chris said it and I knew it was true, I was like, okay, for me to possibly change, I need to date somebody who made more than me. And then I'd be called, gold digger. No, I just know how I am, and I need somebody who made more than me, so I don't talk down to them. However, they're not going to talk down to me either. It's a learning, and I'm like, all this singlehood, I'm learning so much. Anyway,
y'all think every argument be my fault?
I don't think every argument be your fault. I think that with mom, every argument be her fault. Just like, remember when this weekend, oh my God, this weekend, I don't know if I should even be saying this, but whatever. When I was just there, so it was just me and mama before everybody else came. And she said she was going to do something or say something to Tommy. And I didn't agree with it, but I was just nodding my head and looking at her. And then she asked my opinion, and I told her I don't agree with it, but you gonna do it, whatever. Like, I wouldn't do that. And then, like, the next day, it was still me and her, and she was like, she's not gonna do it. And I was like, thank God. Like, thank God. However, once everybody came there, and I guess Tommy said something she didn't want, she said it in a second. And I'm like, Mom, you told me yesterday you weren't gonna mention it. So mama hasn't learned to be quiet. Or at least she could have waited till they got alone and said it. But yeah, I'm learning what not to do from that relationship. That's funny. But yeah, everything is a learn. Like,
I don't think the thing is, I don't think she can hold her tongue.
She can
bite her tongue. And I try to do it. I give it 100% my all, my best attempt. Mm-hmm. But sometimes, honestly, I can't control it. Sometimes I can't. And then later on, I'll be like, dang, I should have. But sometimes I can't help it. But I don't think mama tried.
She doesn't try, because she told me less than 24 hours before she did it that she wasn't going to do it. But yeah, shout outs to her. Anyway, so our next story talks about side chicks versus pick-me's. Do you know what a pick-me is in a side chick?
I recently found out what it was because this girl said it on the show, and I think I ended up Googling it.
Okay,
she was like, it's giving pick me. It's giving pick me. And I was like, what the heck is that?
Okay, so I Googled both for y'all who don't know. A pick me is a woman who claims or acts as if she is unlike most other women in order to gain the attention from men. A side chick is a woman one dates in addition to a girlfriend or a wife, usually in secret. So we are about to talk about a pick me and a side chick, and then I'm gonna ask you a question. if they are somewhat the same, or if they can be, if one can be one without the other, or what, vice versa. So Yasmin Lopez spoke recently on a podcast about her relationship with NBA player Carmelo Anthony while he was married to Lala, and she was quoted saying, "That was my man." And then she got a little upset when she saw that Carmelo bought Lala some flowers. So what is your thoughts on that? And how does she have the goal to get mad that he bought his wife some flowers?
And ex-wife, they not together, right? Or did they get remarried?
They were together when she was with him.
But I'm saying he bought his, they not together now, Lala and Carmelo, correct?
No, they're not.
And he recently bought her flowers?
No, this wasn't recent. She was talking about when she was dating him, when he was married.
First of all, I'm gonna say what that girl said on that podcast that you didn't like, but that was absolutely true. That ain't none of her business. Miss Yasmin Lopez, that ain't none of your business. But
she got, she got mad. She got mad. He bought her some flowers because he had bought her some flowers too. Yasmin said he bought her. I guess he just said, "Hey, he bought 2 bouquets delivered to 2 different addresses." I guess that's how he did it that day. But yeah,
I can't believe she would get upset about that. Reminds me of Waiting to Exhale. Remember the pretty girl was dating Leon, and then she would get mad, and then he was like, "How you gonna get upset for me or ask me questions about what I'm doing with my wife?" You knew what the deal was.
But he did keep telling, he was stringing her along. Said, I don't know what he was doing with Yasmin, but Leon was stringing that girl along, saying he was gonna leave his wife, and they never do, y'all. 9 times out of 10. And if they do, it won't be for you. I know one
couple that did.
Who?
The girl that used to work at my job. And so he eventually, he's with her now exclusively. They just had a baby, but I don't know if he's legally divorced from the first one or not, but he did like leave his wife for her, and they just had a baby. But yeah, 90%, 99.9% of the time it won't happen.
And even if they leave the wife, it won't be for you. It'll be for somebody else.
Yeah, a lot of times they don't even exactly like on Love and Marriage Huntsville. This guy was cheating on his wife for I think 5 years or 3 years, and they got a divorce. And he not even with the girl he was cheating on her with. I mean, that he got to see her because he ended up getting her pregnant, but they not even together. So all of this was for what? You broke up your marriage for what? And on the last episode, he talking about he missed his marriage.
That's that 80-20 rule. That's that 80-20 rule. So why you think she's speaking on this now? Like, what does she have to gain? And do you think her DMs are lit now with other ballers? Like, hey, you did it with Carmelo. Hey, I'm available. I'm happy in my marriage too.
I think sometimes these side chicks do really think that that's their man or their woman, because it could be side dudes. But so no, I think they be eating up everything the person tell them, even if they know. I feel like sometimes people they know, but they just want to act like they don't know, or they want to just block it out and not think about that part of it. But I don't see how you could get mad at somebody for doing for their wife. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't think she was. I mean, I don't know if she has a man now, but I don't see what she has to gain besides people sliding in her DMs trying to sleep with her. What she had to gain from letting us all know she was sleeping with a married man. So that's a side chick. The pick me's, who people call this girl a pick me. So recently, Cam Newton's girlfriend was on another podcast describing her relationship with the footballer. She says she is submissive. She rubs his back until he falls asleep every night. She packs his bag. She unpacks his bag. She cooks. She anticipates what he needs and gets it done before he's even asks. She's not married to this man, but she says that's the way she loves. So
it's not.
Before I brought up this topic, I listened to the entire episode because I wanted the full context of everything. But what were you about to say?
I need to listen to the whole episode, but that's not the way she loves, because she said if he didn't have money, she wouldn't be like that.
Yeah, she said, the host asked her if he was broke, and then she was like, her answer was kind of shaky, because she said, what you mean broke? And then the lady was like, if he needed you, like to pay bills and all that. And then she said no. And then the lady was like, but he's loving, he's kind, he's all this other good stuff. And she was like, well, I wouldn't even know that about him. But then she turned around and says, I just need to be treated well. I just want my man to treat me well. No, you want your man to treat you well and to have money. Cause you can, it can't be both. Cause a broke man can treat you well. But then she talking about, I know a lot of people that got their finances stable, but they broke in spirit or broke in something. And I don't like those type of dudes. And I'm like, you need to get it together. If you need a man, if you want a man with money, just say you want a man with money. She got a lot of money too, so she don't need him financially. She just love him and wants him, which is fine. But don't say you want somebody to just treat you well, because a broke man can treat you well, man. Okay. Anyway,
she's definitely giving pick me because she doing all the like
she says that's how she loves. So
no, it's not. It's not how she loves, because it shouldn't matter if he got money or not, if that's how you love. But also, like Judge Lynn Toler would say, she doing wife duties at girlfriend prices. Like, this man not gonna want to marry you because he getting the milk for free.
He getting like everything for free, not just the milk. He getting meals, back rubs, anal, because she said they do anal and she don't like that, but she do it for him.
You only do that for your husband.
That's true.
She doing wifely things at girlfriend prices.
One of my friends up here said she would only do anal for her husband. Like that's a husband thing. And then she was like, I think he loves it because he's the only one that's been up in there. He's the only one that's like his asshole. That's his. And I think, and I'm like, girl,
she deep down inside, she's insecure.
She said she saw her mama do this and love her dad unconditionally like this. So that's kind of how she is. But
if this man died tomorrow, God forbid, if this man died tomorrow, she would get nothing from his estate. And I know this because I'm taking probate class right now.
Not the probate class.
Yes, I am. So she would get nothing from his estate.
She don't need anything financially, though. Let's that be clear. She has her own money. She just, I mean, I get if that's how you love, that's fine, because everybody is different. But I just would want it to be in return. Like, she act like she doesn't need anything for him. Like, she was so shocked when the host said she tell her husband, because the host is married, she tell her husband what she needs, what he lacking in, what he and all that. And she was like, you do? Like, she was so shocked. And I'm like, girl, stand up. How he getting what all he need, but you not?
That's how people go crazy. That's how women go crazy.
And she kept saying it's the art of being submissive. So the host was like, so would you say it's a 50-50 relationship or 80-20? Like, who, like, and then she was like, honestly, I don't even look at that. And I think that's part of my submission. I just look at she was like, I just love to please him, and I'm a servant. She was like, that's what I do. I love to serve. She was like, if I'm having a bad day, he won't even know, because I won't even put that on him. I'll go in the shower and cry, and then I get myself together.
But he's supposed to be your shoulder to lean on. That's what a partner is for. I don't understand. It's not give and take. It sounds like she giving. He take. She's getting nothing in return. Mm. She's gonna have a nervous breakdown. She's has to. It's coming. I can see it. She's gonna be in the news. She probably end up killing somebody. I'm not lying.
Another thing I agree. I mean, with her is she said he be out all day fighting with the world. You gonna come home and you're not gonna have a fight with me. I do like that, because everybody wants to come home to a peaceful home. But you do have to, if it's something wrong, you have to tell him that it's wrong. Or if you want something, like, come on. She talking about ain't no hurt. Tell him it hurt. And y'all can do something else.
Remember in school, this girl told us that because she was dating this popular boy in school, and
I know exactly what you're saying, but go ahead.
And they were sleeping together, and she told us because we were virgins, and she was telling us, and I guess we was asking her maybe how is it, mm-hmm. And she was like, well, I do it to satisfy him. I get satisfaction out of satisfying him. But as far as feeling wise, she wasn't getting nothing from it. That's what this girl sound like. She doing everything to satisfy this guy, but not getting nothing in return. I'm telling you, she gonna have a nervous breakdown. Y'all better watch out. She might end up seriously hurting somebody.
I just wish she was getting in return. Like, I don't care how you treat your man, just get it. Let's just get it in return.
And he don't even seem like the type of guy there to do that in return. He seemed like the type of guy to say, I got money, I'm the man, you need to bow down to me. No, sir. She has money too. Now, if you was with a broke bitch, then maybe
you could treat it different.
Yeah, maybe I would be singing a different tone. But how you got money and still acting like a servant, ma'am?
That's how she loved. I totally agree with how she loved. I just wish she was getting it in return. And I wish she knew her worth, that she deserved it in return as well. I don't think she thinks she deserves it in return.
Deep down, there's some insecurity there. I don't care if it's her or anybody else. If you keep constantly doing something for somebody, it's like you begging for their approval, like you want them to approve of you, so you keep doing and doing because you don't approve of yourself, so you need somebody else to give you that approval. You need to look at them for I forgot the word.
You said, but pick me. I'm doing all this.
Basically, pick me. And then watch he end up marrying somebody else. Watch. He's not gonna marry
So my question is, which one is worse, or are they somewhat the same, the side chick or the pick me? Because the side chick can be the pick me too, because she can be doing things that the wife not doing, and be like, "Oh, look, I'm doing this, your wife not doing this, so pick me." So I a side chick can be a pick me, but a pick me can't be a side. Wait, no, they can be both, right?
But I think a pick me is worse because it seems so desperate to me. It's like, how insecure can you be?
I think a side chick is worse because you're possibly messing up a marriage, or helping to mess up a marriage, whatever. Let me go to our highlight of the week, and it is going to Simone Biles and Megan Rapinoe. Both won the Presidential Medal of Freedom, and they will receive the award on July 7th, which is tomorrow. Biles is the youngest athlete to ever receive the award, and Megan is the first soccer player to ever receive the award. And I think this award is the highest civilian award, is it? Yeah, the highest civilian honor in the United States. So kudos to Simone Biles and Megan Rapinoe. And that is our episode for this week, guys. Bye-bye. Bye.
Hey, y'all. Thanks for tuning into this week's episode of A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words with yours truly, the Fletcher Twins. Make sure you join us every week and rate, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit up our email at podcast.1000words@gmail.com with any questions or topics you'd like to hear us cover. Also, check us out on IG at The Fletcher Twins and Facebook at A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words.